Okay, what's up? So, I'm starting with this one against your Zerg opponent here, just because I think you did way better in this one than you did in the other one you sent me, which was against a Protoss player. Um, yeah, so you actually did relatively well. There's a few holes in your gameplay mechanics that I'd like to point out to help you out, but this one was actually not too bad. Now, there's a error right here. You can actually the scouting drone that he sends in, it actually, because it's just quicker, it went through here, it went up the ramp and through there, just right through there. So you can get like, I'm not sure if you can get marauder. You should be able to get marauders through there, but yeah, pretty much any smaller unit from any race would actually be able to get through here. That's just a simple matter of misclicking, I'm gonna guess. So at this point, I should be paying attention to this. Basically, when you get your SCV over here, you just want to keep your screen around here until you make sure that it's building in the right spot. So what you can do here is just go escape after you've got it in the wrong place. If this happens again, just go escape, go select your SVV, go B. Wait, no, okay. I can't go B because that'll re-back up the replay. Okay, so let's press B, or I don't know if you use keyboard shortcuts, but you should. It helps a lot. So just go on, hit the old B, and then hit S again, and then just place it down here again. Actually, I'll show you something. If you go options, so menu options, and where is it? Gameplay. I actually can't find. Okay, display builder grid. There we go. This helps a lot. So that'll show you where buildings will actually end up, and it'll place a grid on the map, and it's really helpful. I'll show you that when in a bit, actually. So what I'm going to do is just go through these two replays relatively quickly, and then show you part of me playing a game. Yeah, okay, so there's that. We'll continue. Just note, I've got this on faster times 2, so if it seems like this is happening faster than what it actually did, that's because it did, yeah, or it is going faster than what it did. Just to save time, I'm doing this. So actually I'm going to speed it up a little bit more. And actually, for the most part, I'm not even going to worry about showing you what the Zerg is doing at the moment, because it's not that much of a problem at this point in the game. So if you saw what happened, he just went straight through here, and yeah. So actually, what you should have done with this barracks here, even with this misplaced supply depot, considering you just left it considering you just left it sitting there, I'm actually not blaming you, because you know you're a new player. There's nothing wrong with that. I was a little bit like that when I started. What you should have done though is just got this SCV to build, instead of building the barracks back here. I actually think you may have been able to build it right in this gap here. Meaning that this little place here is the only way anything can get through. So then all you need to do is get your marines on. Oh, I'm getting some lag. Either get some marines here on the bottom of the ramp, or just put them back up here, and then they'll kill anything that comes and tries to scout. Yeah. Just by the way, faster times 4 and faster times 8 are kind of painful for a computer to screen capture with as well. Yeah. So look at this. This is something I noted when I was watching the replay before. We've got 270 minerals here after having placed this second barracks down, which costs 150. So you had over 400 minerals. I think that's right. 370. Yeah. 405 right there. Actually, what you should have done, left this SCV mining, just taking this SCV that's not doing anything and placing him down, using him to create another barracks as well. But look, you've got 270 minerals. What you could do is either build a boatload more SCVs, just a bunch more, or you could build up to another 5 Marines. So what you should have done is just got this the barracks. Can't believe I forgot. You've got that hotkey as 5, so that's good. Just hit the old 5 key, and then right click the. If you can, it can be difficult to actually set a waypoint on a moving target, but it has been done, and I saw you do it in the other replay you sent me, so that's good. Try click that, get some Marines out. Which, by the way, just click, just press 5 and hit A. I believe it's A. Yeah, it's A. I know that because I use Marines a lot. Yeah, so just hit A a couple times, and then actually by the time you nearly end up killing him, you would have had at least 2 of the Marines out. Had you built at least, yeah, if you'd started building some Marines when this finished. So I'm just going to continue a bit more. Actually, with the refineries, it takes 3 SCVs on each one to mine gas efficiently. So 2 on each one, that's not bad, that's still pretty good, but yeah, I should try and get 3. I used to actually get like 19 on each one just because like I needed gas and I wasn't getting any, so I'd have like 19 SCVs on each thing. It was terrible. But to be honest, 3 is all you need. You won't actually mine, if you have more, you won't actually mine any faster, so that's helpful. And what did you scout in terms of his? Okay, so you haven't scouted his base at all yet. That's not a problem. One thing I will say though, with this map as well as Metalopolis, not Metropolis, but Metalopolis, you will never spawn directly opposite your opponent. So you spawn in this location here. He could have either spawned, just given the map layout and the way Blizzard designed the spawning system, he could have either spawned in this one or in this one, which obviously you can see from the minimap here. He spawned in this one, so just something to keep in mind. It'll help save time when you are scouting. This Overlord here is literally just hanging out to see whether when you're going to expand, and he actually dropped a when it was morphed into a Overseer, it dropped a Changeling, which was chilling around your units here for a couple minutes, but it didn't do anything, so it's not a problem. So I'm just going to continue again. Okay, there you go. You finally got the waypoint on him. And it comes out, and your OCV ends up killing him anyway, so that's all good. What you should have done though, I'm just going to say it again, you really want to avoid idle SCVs. And that'll just come up with a little thing here saying that you've got it'll have a picture of an SCV and it'll just say that, you know, it's an idle SCV. And it'll say how many are idle. So what you can do is just either click that, yeah, you can just click that, and it'll actually it'll send to your screen here to where that SCV is. It'll select the SCV, and then from there you can just tell it to do whatever you need it to do. The thing to remember is SCVs and workers, actually, for any race, are primarily harvesters for gas or miners for minerals, and secondarily they're units to build with. So that's the importance of them. This isn't bad. You've got a 3rd barracks coming out at 5 minutes. Not bad. I think the fastest you can possibly, with any build or with any build order for Terran, the fastest you can get 4 Marines out is at 4 minutes and about 15 seconds. And you would have actually had that done as well if this barracks here wasn't so idle for about 2 minutes or so, however long it was, while that drone was still in your base, just running around. Got a factory going down as well, that's not bad. 1 and 1, yeah, again, just always try and keep 3 SCVs on the gas. Speed up a little bit more. Again, this is just to save time. Now, actually, one thing to note with this map, there is a fairly wide choke point right here. See, that's pretty wide, but once you get at least four Marines out, what you should do is take them to about here, roughly, and then set the waypoints for all of your barracks to here as well. And then you would have already started attacking these speedlings. They're called zerglings, but they've got speed upgrades, so you would have already started attacking them and possibly killed them, especially with this lot here, because they only came out recently. So when these other 3 came out, which again they would have came out and stopped here, you would have already started attacking them and killing them. So look, you've got 7 to 12, and there's only 4 of them there. So that's something to keep in mind. Just taking these out, and the rest of them are going to just stay at the Zelnaga Tower as well. So, and that's purely just for map control. Something you should try and do more. Always try and get the Zelnaga Tower for as long as you can, even if it's just an SCV that's there. That's what I do. And normally, after I finish scouting, I'll just waypoint him back to the Zelnaga Tower, and then whenever it gets attacked, then I know something's going down. But you can also see, so this is Zerg's vision. You can also see all of this area here on the map. So that's why it's good to have it, and good for map control. But yeah, so look, you've got these Marines down on the ramp. If you go to your vision, they're literally right there. So again, you should, when you get a larger force as well, you would have already killed these, but then after you do kill these, that's a good time to move your forces, especially with the Marauder here, out to just defend the little choke point here, just so you can get more defense and more vision of what's happening, and again more defense. So yeah. But again, look, he just completely nommed up those speedlings, and now he's down for. Yeah, now he's down for. So he just dropped a changeling right here. It's unfortunately, or lucky for you, but unfortunate for PT, or however you say his name. He didn't use it at all. Yeah. So I noticed when there was one around here that you couldn't attack, or you tried to attack it, but you didn't. So I'll show you how to do that later when it gets there, or when we get to that point in the replay. Okay, so you've got a tank. At the moment, the army supply is 24 to 12. So you literally double his army value at this point. So now would have been a good time to, push out to the Zelnaga Tower, if you hadn't already put a SCV or Marine there. Or then you can just maybe make, say, 2 Marines from here, get another 2 from here, and a Marauder. Just keep them up here in your base, and then use that as your second army, and this is your primary. Have this out here, and then continue to build units for your secondary army here. Yeah, so that would have been more than enough defense for anything he could have thrown at you at this point. What's he doing at the moment? Nothing. Cool. Okay, so there's that. There's not much else in this game I really wanted to point out. There was one point where you had about 4 times the army value, which is right after he banged and busted you, or right after the first time he attacked with all that those banelings and stuff. You had about 4 times the army value, and pretty much with any baneling bust, yeah, with this, right after this, you had like such a okay, maybe it was the next time. Okay. So, if we just check your army supply again, 25 to 15, you've got, 10 more supply worth of units, of like army units. So that's not bad. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so if we look over here, he's got 22 Zerglings, you've got 12 Marines, 4 Marauders, and a Siege Tank. And he's literally got 2 Queens and 22 Zerglings. So you could have easily taken him now. These spine crawlers here would have made it difficult, but I'm sure you would be able to take them out as well as these as well. So that wouldn't have been a problem either. Actually, one thing I will say, and this is almost imperative that you get these. So you want to research Combat Shield because it gives your Marines another 10 life. So again, you would have kept another 10% of those Marines you had before. If you had that when he attacked if you had that when he attacked just then, you would have had, or you would have walked away with 10% more of your Marines. And where is it? Well, that's slow. And with this concussive shells, it makes your Marauders slow down the enemy units. No matter what speed they are, they'll go slower. I think it's like 10% slower or something. But it's definitely helpful when he's got the speedlings. Sorry, the speedlings here, because they go faster because they've got the speed upgrade. And actually, the final one I'll show you is Siege Tech. That'll basically, so you can use this. It'll make a. Actually, I'll show you what that does in a game I'll play later. But yeah, it's imperative if you play Terran that you get Combat Shield, Concussive Shell, and Siege Tech. Oh, sorry, Siege Tech. Just because it's so much helpful, or so much more helpful, and you'd be surprised what you can do with it. Now, Stim Pack, you can get that, but it really requires to have a Medivac out. Like at least one, because it drains your SCV's life, but it upgrades their speed, like their movement speed and their attack speed. So it's really imperative that, I mean, you can get this. I don't normally get it. I haven't seen much improvement when I do use it, so I mean, I use it every now and then, but it's not a problem if I don't. You definitely want to get concussive shells, combat shield, and siege tech though. And actually, just to point out, after you've watched this video and you've played around with some builds, played around with some build orders and such, and played a couple more games, send me a few more replays and I'll do the same thing for those. But look, you got a medevac out, so you just send him over to your army here. No, actually, I'm surprised you haven't put anything in your bunker yet. You can actually put two marauders in there, or 4 marines. I'd be going with these these lower 2 health ones. Just put them in there for some extra defense. Okay, so this is where you come out way ahead. So he did a massive fungal growth on you, which you saw with all the green stuff on top of your units. But look, you just won this. Like at 8 minutes 27 seconds, you won. Sorry, 18 minutes, you won. And let's look at the army supply for a second. Got 61 to 20. So with any massive attack by Zerg, if they're going for just a huge death ball, which is what that was he had before, it's called a death ball. If you come out on top, like if you win that, you should have so many. Like most of the time, you should always end up with so much more units, or so many more units. So if you got 28 Marines, you had 33 before, so you only lost about 6, and I think, yeah, something like that. Still got 9 Marauders and yeah, 3 siege tanks. So now, so obviously, if you're playing a game against Zerg again and that happens, definitely go for a counter attack straight away, because if you look at this, he's focusing on expanding, which isn't a problem, but you know, he's probably going to put down one here because he just destroyed the destructible rocks there. And he's getting one here. This one's completely finished. He's got a queen on it already. This one's finished, but he's not doing much with it. He's only building the queen now. And if you look, he's only got this defending his base. All of these are right there. So you could have taken this right now. And I'm actually just going to quit this replay now and start with the other one, because I'm not 100% sure on how long this video's gone for so far. So hang on. Okay, so Shattered Temple against Protoss. This one was thankfully a shorter match. But yeah, no offense, but I don't think you played quite as well on this one. So just bring up the nameplate and the unit counting station. Yeah, so again, this actually with the spawning points, like I said, he'll either be on the base next to you with this map and one of the other ones, as far as I know, or he'll be the one diagonally opposite you. He'll never be on the straight line here. It'll always be diagonal or next to you. Yeah, and that's just because it may not look like it, but from the ramp here, which is your entrance, to the ramp here is a longer distance from the ramp here to the ramp there. And that's just to make the games, or to make it harder for the other person to cheese you, and basically to rush you. So it'll take longer for them to rush you, and it gives you a basically pretty. I guess what I'm trying to say is it makes it more fair. Or it's harder to, not cheat, but it's harder to play unfairly. So that's something to keep in mind. Actually, I'm just going to speed this up again. So you do something here. By the way, I'm not talking about the placement here, because that's not a problem. If I pause it, when this SCV goes down to scout, oh no, it's when the probe comes in. Look, I don't know why this could have been a misclick, I'm not sure. But you pull, what is it, 8 8 or 7 SCVs off the work line to do something. They go out like halfway out and then they come back in. I'm not sure why. If that's a misclick, then I'm just gonna say try not to do it again. But I actually don't know why I did that, and you lost a lot of minerals when you did do that. So, or at least you lost a lot of potential for minerals. So, again, if it's a misclick, don't worry about it. Just try not to do it again. Otherwise, never do it again. Okay, so you got a marine out. That's pretty good. Got the second barracks going up. What, is that 2? No. Yeah, okay, now you got 2 out. So you end up killing the probe. That's what it's called. And this this proxy pylon here finishes at 4 minutes 35, which, again, if you remember what I said in the last one, and it's not even hard. It just takes focus. Literally, it's one of the easiest things to do. You can actually have 4 marines out by now, possibly even 6. And I always rally point my marines just to the bottom of here. So, right, that's not what. Okay, vision. So if you had these guys out here, you would have already seen the pylon. It's not a problem because you didn't expand until you, or you didn't see it until you expanded, and he didn't actually warp anything in here. But with this circle here, that's basically the distance with which he can warp units into around this pylon. But if you look here, and this is why it's so important to scout. I'm not sure if you did or not, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so you saw a forge here and a gateway. You saw the gateway go down. So what you really need to do when you scout, follow the SCV around and see what he sees, right? So when he was down here, he didn't have this up, so you would have been completely safe. This is literally just like a cannon that shoots out and up and stuff. But he didn't have that when you scouted. So if you see a forge, a pylon, and a gateway, just assume. Like, honestly, people are going to tell you not to assume, but this you can assume with. If you see these 3 buildings here, what I want you to do is, hang on, give me a second here, I need a coffee. What I want you to do is, right, as soon as this command center goes, click it, or select it, hit, I think it's E for mule, and just, well, basically just get a mule out on the things. Then as quickly as you can, again, as quickly as possible, get more marines out. So you're building a reactor, that's good. Let you build 2 at once. Even, I think you had 2 marines out when you scouted this, I'm not sure. But basically what I'm saying this for is because, and yeah, just go and attack him, because he's literally, sorry, I can't even pause it at the moment. He's literally going for a slow build. Like, it's going to take him ages. He's getting a fast nexus for the expansion. Look, he's got no buildings in his main at all. There's nothing in here except the nexus. All of his buildings are at the moment out here. So he's getting another photon cannon, a cybernetics core, which, by the way, this doesn't even produce units, it's just various upgrades. Another, basically a supply depot, and an upgrade building. So this is the only thing he can produce from, and he doesn't even use any. He doesn't even produce from it until like 20 minutes or something. It's crazy. So again, like I said, if you see these 2 and this when you scout, by the way, this is only for if you're versing Protoss, get units down as quick as possible and just go for an attack. It doesn't matter if you lose, because like I said, he didn't actually have any units to attack with until like 20 minutes. So even if he's got a couple photon cannons here and he manages to kill all your forces, he won't be able to do anything for a couple minutes. And you should have built up your army again by then anyway. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If he goes for a wall off like this and a fast expand, which I think you saw the expansion. Hang on. So what did you see? No, okay, you didn't see that, but you saw these two. So you see how it's important to actually follow what your scout does instead of just working out where he is on the map, because you could have won this really quickly, or at least had the potential to win it quickly. So what's going on? You're getting a factory. It's good. You're getting your third barracks. Yeah, there you go. Now you're going for your expansion, which is good. You gotta. Something you shouldn't do is get a factory with only one gas geyser, because they use really gas heavy units, unless you go for a Hellion, which are really only good for harassment and not actually, you know, killing a bunch of units all at once, like in an army type situation. You know, look, 200 minerals for a Thor and 125 for a siege tank. Obviously you got some siege tanks out, but it's really hard to support 3 barracks as well as a factory just on one starport. Sorry, on one refinery. So just keep that in mind. And again, this is the one, I believe you sent this one through, this replay through today, and the other one you sent through last night, but whatever. So you're getting some supply depots down, that's good. Getting a bunker down, always good. And look, he literally has a Stalker and a Zealot compared to your, what is it, 11 and 2. So if you go army supply, you're way ahead. Again, obviously you didn't know that, or you didn't know about the restrictions he has when he goes for a wall like this. But yeah, because he was going, or another part of the reason he didn't have any units at all is because he was going, obviously he's getting all these, but he went for a 5 Stargate build, which is effectively like getting 5 starports, and that's what killed you in the end. He with the Void Rays. Actually, you managed to pick off the Void Rays really well. It's just the carriers with their interceptors that you had problems with. So yeah. Managed to not overcommit with these 4 Marines here when the Stalker came up here. Managed to not overcommit, which is good. Obviously, if you did actually try and kill it, he would have maybe, if he was lucky, he might have picked off 2. But obviously, with 4 Marines, you should have been able to kill him with possibly even not even losing 1. But normally we would have just picked off 2. Sorry, he would have only picked off 1. But your decision to not overcommit and just pull back just in case, that was pretty good. I was impressed with that. If you look, still got the 2 Stalkers and the 1 Zealot. So actually, what you should have done right about now with 61 supply. By the way, these all cost 50 energy, so just drop a scan down, because you, at this point, yeah, you've only seen this, and surely you're thinking by now, 11 minutes in, okay, he's probably got more than just 3 buildings, right? So just drop a scan down just to see what he's doing. And actually, if you did that, if you dropped a scan down now and then attacked right away, you would have won so hard. You would have kicked this guy's ass because he went for a particularly slow build with these 5 Stargates. So, or is it 6? Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it for this replay. I'm not really going to go into it because it's just from now on. You go for an attack and you end up doing well, but he does end up defeating you, so that's not much of a problem. So I'm just going to do one thing where I... by the way, just in case you're wondering, I am also in bronze, so... in Season 6, which is about 3 months ago or 4 months ago... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. I was in the top 8 the entire season, so... Obviously I'm not doing that well now, but whatever. So here I am with one over 500 games, check this out. 552 league wins. So, I'm not trying to brag, I'm just saying. I know what I'm talking about, so... Yeah, so I'm just gonna load up a single player game really quickly and just show you some fundamental stuff that you should improve on. So, let's see what maps are good. I think Daybreak's, yeah, Daybreak's in the, actually no, I won't go on Daybreak. Whoa, what is it? Zelnaga, no, that's not it. That's a good map, by the way, Zelnaga Caverns. I hope they bring it back into the map pool next season for the ladder matches. What map am I thinking? Oh, okay, I'll go on Metalopolis. Okay, Shakura's Plateau. Okay. This map, as far as I know, is in the map pool for this season. So if you're just playing ladder games, I'll just put this one very easy, just for lols. I get faster. Cool. So if you're just playing ladder games for lols, this map should be on... By the way, don't worry about this MLG Pro Circuit thing there. That's just nothing at all. So the only difference... So you saw the MLG Pro Circuit logo, and they don't even have that. Okay, never mind. Completely disregard what I was about to say. So actually, I'm just going to restart this. Which I can't. Whatever, okay.
In the rear with the gear, huh?
So as you can see, just that quickly, I've already got my my workers split. That's not something you should concern yourself with, because it is, yeah, it can be hard to do until you get the hang of it.
SCV ready.
And I already had a thing out, but of course I was moving around the map and whatnot, and I actually forgot to do that because my brain was still in replay mode. And I thought I'd paused it, but you actually can't pause games like this. Yeah. So actually okay, so on 9 supply, up here, 9 supply, it's when I send an SCV out to my ramp.
SCV ready.
And build a...
Gotcha.
Supply depot. So as you saw...
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Okay, so... This right here, that is the only difference with this map and the one that you can play. So that's literally just to stop stuff just to stop getting bunker rushed. It's not anything you should worry about. Just forget that this is here at all. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You saw how there was a...
Big job,
Yeah, see how there's a grid there? That really helps with building placement. But obviously we're going to have 175 minerals. Get a barracks straight away. And by the way, I'm just using keyboard shortcuts for all this, so obviously if I want another barracks, I can just go select an SCV,
You scared me.
press B on the keyboard, and press B for the barracks.
SCV ready.
Yeah. So with what is it, Terran? I found if you do this and continue building SCVs, You should.
SCV ready.
So that's my 13th SCV. You want to get 14, and then you can do a bunch of other stuff as well. Now again, because I'd messed up with this, well, I didn't mess up, but I was just doing nothing for a couple of seconds. I think it was 11. Hang on. Just give me a second here.
SCV ready.
Yeah.
In the rear with the gear.
So it'll be a little later than 4 minutes 30 or something. By the time I get 4 Marines out, but whatever. So you just want to be on the ball, and then by the time I'm building my second barracks, I've got enough money to buy or to build a refinery. And then obviously when this is done, so what? Okay, so this is something I didn't see you do at all, which is really helpful. As soon as you start building it, actually I'll just even cancel this and show you again. So I got my SCV. You want to build it, so you just press B and S. So after you've done this, you just want to set a waypoint back to the mineral line. As you can see, I've also already got 3 harvesters on the gas. So it's nothing complicated. It does actually look a lot harder than it seems, but it's relatively simple. And with this map, you can actually go onto the second one. Yeah, go to the front of the second thinger. I'm actually just going to start scouting because I forgot to do that before. And then I also grabbed a second refinery when I'm building my 3rd barracks. But look, I'm on. So far, I've been playing relatively relaxed, and I've got another 7 supply that I can use. I've got 350 minerals, so in another couple seconds I'll have enough to expand. I normally won't expand so quickly, but I can if I want to. And I've got 122 minerals, so yeah. Again, if you have this, you can just go like that, and nothing can get out or in actually. So that's good if you get a if you're playing against a Zerg player and you get rushed. That's just a good defense to have to shoot through here or chew through these buildings here to actually attack you. Now again, something I didn't see you do at all. Just gonna build that. And I actually should have got this sooner as well. The upgrade. That's embarrassing. Okay. 5. I'll just cancel that SCV and get that now. But if you look at the minimap, I haven't actually bothered to check this one because this is one of those maps where your opponent won't spawn directly opposite you. It'll be on the diagonal or it'll be next to you here. So he wasn't there, so obviously we can guess he's gonna be in here, and then obviously he's here, and I got completely owned.
Upgrade complete.
Now I'm just gonna grab a mule on that. Now one thing I will do is select these 2. You don't have to worry about doing this because it can be difficult to manage properly. So I'm just gonna get another supply depot here and get a starport as well. Then actually when you move this you have to reset its waypoint, so that's annoying, but I'm doing that so I can get a what is it, reactor on this map. Oh sorry, on this barracks. Yeah, one thing I didn't see you doing at all was hotkeying your building. So like for example, I've got my orbital command on 3, so just press 3. I can go to it, or if I'm off on the map somewhere, I can just double tap 3 and it'll go straight to it. Let me just grab some more. But these guys, I've got my army set as 1. So again, if I can be doing whatever I want, I'm just chilling over here. Just double tap 1, goes straight to my army.
You gonna give me orders?
Got that as 5, that is 6, and I've got the barracks as 4.
This better
So
be
you'll
good.
notice I've got nothing on 2. That's so I can have a second army. But I've got this here, so get 2 Marines, it goes straight onto that one. Just press X twice. This is what I do. You can do a different build if you so please.
Big job, huh?
And I'm just going to get an eBay. Get another mule as well. And this will let me make 2 Marauders at once. I'm just going to get
Ready
a,
for dust off.
yeah,
By
see.
the numbers, boys.
So it's 8 minutes, and I've already got, what is it,
SCV ready.
14 Marines and a supply,
Now
not
what?
supply depot, medevac. And I'm actually going to look to expand
Add-on complete.
in a minute, but after I research these, because these are so important. Again, you want to actually, I'll show you with Stimpack, because you asked about that on Xfire. But again, you really want to get combat shield and concussive shells.
This better.
Let me just
Bad news.
build a missile turret just for protection. Now I'll show you this. So go for a scan. What I did was with the hotkey I went 3 because that's what I've got the command center as.
We could use some help here.
It's actually attacking me. He only had, what was it, 2 Marines go for an attack, so that's pretty funny. So again, just go to 1. I'm just going to hit 3 on my keyboard. Go over here to where I know his base is. And just press C for a scan. And then click wherever you want it. So I want it there. So he's got a Hellion and the sensor tower, which lets him see units in this circle here that's on the map. And he's got a Marine as well, but whatever. So again, this is the picture, the thing I was showing you. So you can click that, and
Go ahead.
bam, right there to the thing. So these are all. Yeah, I'm
Roger.
just gonna go with that. And when this is done, I'll show you how to. Just get this as well. It's not important. I'll show you how to use Stimpack. So let me just get another medevac out, and a couple more Marines. And I'm actually going to take an expansion now,
In
so
the
I'm just
rear
going to go
with the gear.
build an expansion.
Move it.
Grab some coffee. As you see how quickly I waypointed over to those mineral lines for the SUV? It's that simple. So that all you need to do to set a waypoint
By the numbers.
after another
Armed and
command.
ready.
So say I want these 2 Marines to do something. I'll tell them to go over to the corner here.
Roger that.
Or
Ready
there.
for dust off.
What we just do is when it's doing that, just hold down Shift
We'll do.
and then click somewhere else. So
Waiting
I'll
on
just do that
you.
again. I'll do that with a
Waiting on you.
SUV. So I'll just grab an SUV,
You scared me.
place the supply depot down, hit Shift, and go right
Yeah,
back to
whatever.
the mineral line. So it's that simple, and it saves so much time.
Bad news.
It's one less thing you have to worry about. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
damn, I've got an idle worker. Where is it? So you're trying to find it. It's like, oh, here it is. Okay,
Go
now
ahead.
click it and go back to the
Research
mineral line. It's so
complete.
quickly, but it helps out a lot. So
Who wants
we just
some?
got Stimpack done. So I'll show you how to use that now. Let me just see what he's got. Still only got that, okay. I'm actually gonna set this as control 0.
Research complete.
By the way,
What's
feel
going
free to
on?
experiment with your own
This better be good.
hotkey combinations. This is just what I'm used to and what I
sure
like.
thing.
Actually, I'll show you with this. So if you get a sensor tower, he actually can't see these units here.
You gonna give me
If you
orders?
put him inside this circle, he still won't be able to see them. He won't know what units they are, but he'll actually see red dots with exclamations, and those will just follow around my units wherever they go. So that's, yeah. So
Affirmative.
if you're gonna go for it, if I just go stop and go, hang on, wait, no, I don't want to.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to attack. Okay. Okay, he's going back. So, I'll show you what. So, it injects the unit with powerful stimulants that greatly increase attack and movement speeds for a few seconds. Injures the unit for 10 of the unit's life. So, it'll take away some of the unit's life,
Been waiting on
but
you.
it
Talk
will.
to me.
Obviously, with
Armed
the
and ready.
combat shields, you can see them
Who
there.
wants some?
They actually give 10 life to the Marine, so that helps out. So once you research it, you just hit T when you're in an attack,
I feel
and
ya.
even though it'll even though it'll take away the unit's life, that's what these medevacs are for. They actually, you know, heal the units, so it kind of evens out. But what it does is it makes the units attack faster, basically. And it makes them attack and move faster. Just give you a bit of an extra edge on them. I'll show you how it goes in a minute. So you got them all selected. Got them all selected on your number 1. You should always have your main army on number 1, and just go for an attack. Press F or T. You can hit it again if you want. The medevacs will automatically heal them, and it makes them shoot faster. So again, and some of them may start to die soon just because 2 medevacs isn't enough. But don't worry about that, because you're completely owning him at this point, and there's not much he can do. GG. So we successfully got the computer to surrender to us. 15 minutes and 50 seconds in. And if you notice, I wasn't trying that hard. Let me just go back here.
That's fine.
I was, you know, going off. I completely forgot to do anything for the first 15 seconds.
Armed and ready.
And we got this army that's completely beating the computer. So again, if you've got any questions, let me know over Xfire, and I'll see if I can help you out. But I'm just gonna accept the surrender and go to the score screen. So yeah, when you first came to me when you were seeking advice, one of the things you said was you just couldn't get Marines out in time. But that's not the point. I would argue that you did have enough Marines out, you just didn't quite know when to attack, and how to use it, or how to play efficiently, I should say. So I hope that helps. Again, if you have any more questions, just let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching this, and I hope it helps you. Hang on. Okay.